Hi guys, this is a new client that I want to show you guys. It's called Fusion Client. Well, I guess it's new to me. I recently acquired it to show you guys the client. It has a lot of good features. It has a lot of good antis. It also has application bots, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna open up my menu here. Okay, so ignore this overlapping. This is just Serenity Client overlapping it. But here, let me turn this off. Okay. So it has like your time left of whatever plan you bought. I don't know if it's subscription based or lifetime. I'm just testing it. So if you go to Fusion Client down here, you could click on self. Now there's all of these options in here. You have fake ping, fake frames, just fakes the number. So maybe if people are looking at your number, you could spoof it to whatever you want. It has offline spoof. It has world spoof, which these two I wouldn't recommend because yeah, you can get banned using them. Offline spoof, obviously, you know what that means. World spoof basically fakes which world you're in. So you could be in, like, for example, the Black Hat and have it spoofed to be, I don't know, like FBT Heaven. So people join on you. It takes them to FBT Heaven and not actually where you're at. No, I don't use these because I don't want to risk getting banned. There's Quest Spoof, which, yeah, that probably is on the same category. I know a lot of people use this and they haven't been banned yet. You have Hide Avi, which the only reason I would use this, well, I wouldn't use it because I'm not malicious, but the only, like, I guess I'd only find that necessary if you have like a crasher and you're trying to hide yourself so it doesn't load it and crash yourself if you load into it, which I don't promote crashing. So there's Connect Mic, makes your mic sound really low quality. Air Rape, which boosts the volume like super high, kind of like a, I don't know, just like really low quality and like screaming it. You have Clipping Distance, which basically, like, if you get close to somebody, you could really see up close to their face before it starts to clip. Comfy VR menu, which, you know, if you're in like full body, you're laying back, you open up, I don't know, social or worlds menu. It would bring this menu up high and like it wouldn't bring it down low where you would have to like get up to click buttons. So definitely a must for a QOL mod. Everything else is pretty much self-explanatory. You got movement, you have fly, no clip, which, you know, you guys I'm sure know what that is. Speed hack, bunny hop, infinite jump, which that's one I like. I could just keep jumping. Force jump basically enables jumping in worlds that don't allow you to jump. You have mouse teleport, which well, it just lets you teleport around, but I guess it's left control plus T. So I guess if I like press T, oh, I'm doing my other key button. Well, you guys know what that does, so I'm gonna turn that off. Go to worlds. You have these options in here too, which post-processing I like to use. I like to keep it off because when I'm in VR, there's post-processing that have like a ton of bloom, which bloom is kind of like that like bright, like blurry appearance, like around lights and all. Not blur, but it's just like really bright. So I turn that off because my eyes are sensitive in VR. It just makes the world look more natural. You can turn off world pickup, seats, everything else is self-explanatory. You got all this down here. There is world cheats, which, you know, if you want to, I guess, cheat in worlds, which I don't promote, but maybe you're in a game world by yourself, then, like, you want to cheat, like, sure, whatever. So you have all of these. I'm not really sure which world this is. Maybe if somebody wants to comment down below what world this stands for. I haven't even bothered to check. You have Among Us cheats. Club B, you could teleport into locked rooms. You could become VIP. FBT. This is the only one that I use because FBT Heaven, for some reason, the Udon door locks break all the time where every door is locked. And so I'll unlock them sometimes if people tell me that nobody's been in them. You have Murderer 4 cheats. which, yeah, there's a lot for that one. Prison escape. Okay, so I'll move on to the next one, which is protection. These are going to be all your antis that are going to protect you from other people being malicious. So I guess if it was me, I would turn on anti-desync, anti-master DC. Let's see. RPC. Yeah. Anti-block, I think, shouldn't allow you to see people that have you blocked. Event limiter, anti-photon bots, IK. I'd probably just leave like these ones on if it was for me. I'm gonna turn them off for now, just so I can show you guys everything in the client. So we have exploits, you have world triggers, which basically allows you to mess with world triggers globally, so you can like turn on and off mirrors globally. Collider hider, which basically hides your hitbox on your avatar, so people can't like click on you. There's all this other stuff too. Serialization, you could freeze in one spot and you could like walk away and people think you're there, but you're actually, you know, walking around doing whatever. Turn that off. Event 6 is like a lagger / crasher, which I don't recommend using, obviously, because I'm not malicious. Same with the USpeak. This screech is a very loud sound in the mic. Spam Windows sound is basically if you're running like Notorious or some other client. Not every client will react in that same way, but when you turn this on, it'll basically just spam a Windows like error sound in the background on their computer. Invis join basically means you could go to any public world and nobody will see you, only the master can see you. And then we have nuke Udon, which I'll go to another world and I'll show you guys that really quick. Guess no, I'm not gonna go to a public because I don't want to do it to these people I don't know. One sec. Okay, so I'm gonna go back here. Okay, so we have nuke Udon, which basically if you were to click it, it would toggle every Udon trigger in the world. Now if you click it, it's gonna teleport you to the secret room in this world because it is a Udon trigger. Let me turn it off because it's gonna keep doing it. But basically, if there was anybody else in this world, it would teleport everybody in this world. Now, I'm not saying to do it because I'm not malicious, but you know, it's kind of fun. Like, if my friend like says like, they don't mind if I teleport them. But okay, so I'm gonna spawn a mirror here really quick. Everybody likes a mirror in VR. Okay, so you go to visual. Yeah, player ESP, player mesh. Basically it puts like a capsule around them. And it just allows you to see people like behind objects and walls and such. You have avatar distance hider, which, you know, I think that's kind of like a must. If you have that on, if there's people far away, it won't know their avatar, but as you get closer to them, it'll like show their avatar, which, you know, saves a lot of FPS in a big world, especially if you're not next to them. What else do we got? Got a K tweaks, which this is kind of funny. You got like this twist head. It kind of makes your head do weird stuff in desktop mode. Got slingy, which kind of slings your limbs a little bit, or a lot of it. Break bones, which, you know, kind of breaks your avatar bones. Makes you kind of do weird stuff. You could like bring up your left and right hand, which is kind of funny because a lot of people, they're like, how do you put your hands up? And I'm like, I don't know, just do it. Give somebody head pats, whatever, I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna turn that off. Go to settings, you got movement, you could change your fly speed, walk speed, you have keybinds for custom shortcuts on your keyboard for toggling fly on and off. You got this one, which basically you could like fake FPS or ping, and you could put in a number and it'll actually move to look real. I believe that's what it means by real. You got fake world ID where you could copy any world that you want a fake being in. You just paste it in there. So whenever you're spoofed, it'll say you're in that world. Got logging. You can log all these things. You got UI. Got a player list. You got a debug. Custom nameplates. This shows your time left on the client if whatever plan you have. And then you got custom loading screen, Discord. This is just basically a custom now playing status. You could change the UI color, the UI picture in the background. Now if you have another client that changes the UI and you're afraid maybe it's gonna break running both, then you could turn both of those off. Now you're gonna have to restart. Now mine's gonna be messed up because I did that. Probably should have waited, but usually if you restart it'll fix it. Now you have moderation, which basically brings up a little notification on the screen, for if your friend joins or leaves, or maybe a non-friend, which is going to be the player one. It'll notify you people have vote kicks, blocks, mutes, unmutes. You could change the avatar hide distance. You got the orbit numbers that you can change. I can go back. Which one was I on? I guess I could move on to the bots tab. Well, before I go there, I'll show these other things really quick. You have room history, so all the past worlds you can join back easily on them by clicking on them. You got Udon indexer. Now, to warn you guys, this is gonna lock your game up for a couple seconds. Okay, it just locked mine up just for like 1 second, but basically it loads all of the Udon triggers in the world. Now, you could find like the mirror, you could interact with the mirror from here. You could take ownership of a video player if somebody has it locked. You can unlock it. I'm gonna go back. Okay. It also has application bots. Now these aren't photon bots or application bots, which basically means that you have another instance of VRChat running on your computer in the background in desktop mode, but you could basically remote control that account, and it's kind of fun doing that in like VR. Now I'll start up my bot right now. I'm gonna let that load up. Then I'll have it join. Before it joins, there are some other things too. If you go down to FC functions, you have item orbit. You could orbit items around any player. Yeah, typical. You got voice mimic. You could play other people's mics through your mic. So if somebody's talking, you could have them talk through your account. Portal spam, or portal annoy spams portals. Yeah, I don't really do any malicious things, so I wouldn't use those. This basically lets you favorite if there's an avatar public, regardless if their clothing's on or off. If the avatar is uploaded as public and not private, you could click silent favorite, so it'll favorite that avatar without you loading into it. Target crash, like I said, I'm not malicious, I don't use that. That just basically blocks everybody but that one person you want to crash. Teleport to, you got all these copy options. Reload avatar. FC attach, you can like attach to people's heads and legs, hand, whatever. Now then you have the bot options down here. Now before I do that, you have the player list there. Okay, so I'm gonna bring in the bot. I didn't want to have the player list on because I don't want people knowing my usernames, because people like to report me. I just make these videos for educational purposes, so yeah, there's some people that like to report me anyways. Do that. Okay. So, okay. Let me bring my bot to me really quick. If you go to movement, here, I'll bring it over to the mirror actually. Go to movement, bots, functions, movement, teleport to. Bot should actually come over here. Let me try it this way. Okay, there we go. Now the bot's right there. Now, that's just a, like, you can basically just control this account and bring it anywhere. This actually isn't my account, this one here. This is a friend's account. They let me use it for this video. But if you go to bots, functions, movement, you could remote control it, you could walk it around. You could realign the bot if it's mimicking somebody. Individual commands. This is like if you were to have multiple bots running. So like for example, if you had like 2 bots running, you could click on which one you want to control. You could unmute and like talk through the bot, as you can hear. You can change the avatar, bot modules. This is kind of like a global setting where it does it to all the bots. These are like obviously exploits, malicious, like laggers, crashers. This is like really loud. It probably, yeah, it's not gonna do anything. Yeah, nice name spoof that I did. I forgot to have my spoofer on. Okay, so let's see. You can have the bot auto join you. So if you go to a different world, the bot will join on you no matter where you're at. So like if I were to click on this, let's see. I could have the bot mimic me, which it would just copy my movement and all. I could have it orbit. I could realign the bot, teleport. 1 sec. Probably would be handy if I did it to myself. Oops. Okay, so if you go to mimic, it'll basically copy everything that I do. Now, do I have serialization on? 1 sec. Okay. Oh, I think I have orbit on. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Back on me, orbit. You can see how the bot's like orbiting. Okay, now it's mimicking me. You can see it does everything that I do. So like you could just have it follow you around. And the only purpose I really would use this for is if I was like ranking up like my main account or like an alt account. Or if you just want to like copy people dance, it'll like copy their exact dance movement. Good expressions. I don't have like a dance on this. Basically, if you were to put the avatar in a dance, or if they're full body and they're dancing, the avatar would reflect the same movements like that. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. The only other things I could think of to show you guys is if you were to click on like a public avatar, you could copy the ID, or you could see the author of the avatar. But basically what you do with the avatar ID, if you want to switch the bot into a different avatar, you'd go to bots, you'd go to function, you'd go to 1 sec, I think, yeah, bot modules. If you were to change the avatar, you could just paste it and the bot would change into that avatar. But that pretty much wraps it up for the client. I know the dev of the client is going to be pushing out an update, and he's gonna, I think it's pretty much like bug fixes and maybe some other bot features, but that pretty much wraps it up. If there's any other clients you guys want me to go over, I definitely can do that. Just like let me know in the comments. But I hope this was interesting to at least some of you guys, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Help me get up to 1,000 subs. I would appreciate that.